Testing. We back.
What's up, guys? We back. We back. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Y'all, okay, so couple things is let us know if the lighting is better now because we did do some adjustments with the lighting. And also the sound. Let us know if the sound is better. All right. So
We
welcome back.
welcome back, guys. We actually gonna give a few people chance to log back in. Very sorry for the inconvenience. We just had to make sure the lighting and everything was good because we didn't have one of the rings turned on, so we had to make sure everything was good with that, and then make sure the camera was good because it got disconnected. So I think everything is rolling now. So give people a few more minutes to log in. Not a few more minutes, but a few more seconds to log in, tune in.
Okay. And for anybody who missed out on what we were talking about when we first had started the stream, we're gonna kind of recap that before getting into before moving on. So I know it's super late to where we originally anticipated on starting, but that's how live works, y'all. So there's no editing things before we get on or we try to make adjustments. We did a couple test runs before we started, but live. That's what you get. So
Yeah, we definitely not it's straight raw material. We're not editing anything out. Yeah, we was pretty much the first question was pretty much is like what is your definition of intimacy, right?
mhm.
And we kind of touched on that, and I was like pretty much saying that I used to think intimacy was just sex,
Mhm.
and I found out once I got married and got into something very serious that sex wasn't no thing for intimacy. It's more things to intimacy
Right.
than sex.
And that's
It's
pretty
rocking.
huh?
It's rocking a little bit when you
Yeah, that
say
was letting my oh, the camera's
it.
rocking.
Because it's on the
Okay.
I'm gonna move it off there after this one, but yeah. Um, I guess we can go into the next question.
Okay. So but I was like prior to that, I wanted to kind of just recap on what I was saying in terms of intimacy and how can it affect the relationship. If you guys aren't on the same page. So like Dee was saying, when he originally first got into a relationship, he thought intimacy was just sex. Whereas I felt like it was more than that. I felt like it was, touching, hugging, kissing. I feel like intimacy can um, go throughout the day. Like if me and you have been bumping heads all day and then at night you want to have sex, I'm not going to be interested in having sex at night because we haven't been intimate all day. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that can influence a relationship if y'all are not on the same page of what you expect in terms of getting intimate and being intimate. So what do y'all
Absolutely,
think?
absolutely. So y'all can like we used to do. You can put your input in the comments, and if you have questions that you want to ask as well in the comments, we'll take a look at the questions and ask them live. Get to many as we can. Um, so from now we'll just go into the next question, and if you still want to touch back on that and you ask something, we'll pick it back on it, and if we catch it, and go back to that question that you asked. So we're gonna go to the next question.
Next question is what are your biggest fears about relationships?
Um, my biggest fear is just not working out, and then you
You gotta turn the sound off on
that is not working out, and then you putting in so much time into the relationship. You putting in years
that.
and years and years
Mm-hmm.
into the relationship, and then it just doesn't work out. And then I feel like all them years that you put into it been wasted. I mean, you still can learn from it. You can get some out of it, but if you just know for a fact that you're wanted to be with this person and it doesn't work out after 5 or 6 years, then you'd be like, man, I done wasted so much time.
Right.
So much time.
And even though you, like you said, you do learn from it, you still gonna feel like you waste a lot of time because part of you is gonna feel like, hey, I could have learned those same lessons in a year, or I could have learned those same lessons in a few months. But now I've invested all this time into this person and it doesn't work out, and that's time that I could have been, investing into somebody else if I would have known, it was going to end like this. Um, my biggest fear in a relationship is that I might begin to love unconditionally. And I know that sounds like so backwards, that like, oh, you should love unconditionally, but I don't believe that people should love unconditional. I feel like there should be conditions to love, or maybe not to love, but definitely conditions to relationships. There has to be loyalty, there has to be honesty, there has to be trust, there has to be faithfulness, there has to be growth. And those I think those things are things that make relationships work. There has to be respect. You know what I'm saying? There has to be boundaries. And if you get to a point where you love unconditionally, I feel like the other person may or could possibly take advantage of that, and take advantage of your forgiveness and your trust and so forth. And ultimately you end up being like a doormat, or you end up tolerating things you say you would never tolerate, or putting up things that you say you never put up with. And it's really scary to me, what I mean? I think that that's why people end up in abusive relationships, or people end up in the relationships where they're getting cheated on constantly, 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 because they love unconditionally. So that's a fear for me, not necessarily just loving unconditionally, but that somebody would take advantage of my love if I love unconditionally. So that's pretty scary.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I have no objections
What do
yet
y'all
to what you're
think?
saying.
What do
Yet,
y'all think?
guys.
What are y'all biggest fears as it pertains to relationships? Like, what are you afraid of that maybe has happened to you before, or you're afraid that ever will happen to you?
Yeah, guys, give us your input. And I see we got a few people on. If you guys, the few that we have on, if you can go and like, share, share this post, like and share this post, and also comment on it. Comment on what you feel about the topics. If you have a question that you want to ask us live, go ahead and ask the question live. We'll try to touch on it while we like we used to do it.
For
Loving.
sure. And keep in mind, y'all, that there is a lag. So if we haven't answered your question, if you asked a question and we haven't answered it yet, just keep in mind that there is a slight lag. So we'll definitely get to it as it rolls in.
Yeah, and the lag is from that's like all streaming policies now. They put a little lag and delay in it because it's bad situations that happen. So they put the lag and the delay into to all live streamings. No matter where you stream it, it's gonna have a lag and a delay. All right. Mama said loving yourself first is the beginning.
Hmm.
I definitely agree with that. If you don't love yourself and you're not happy with yourself, you can't love nobody else. You can't make nobody else happy. So if you can't,
Yeah,
it starts with you first.
for sure.
It starts with you, and that's with anything you do. Anything.
I agree with that. I think that you definitely have to put yourself first, and definitely have to, I think, know really what you want and what your expectations for. And like, I think all that needs to be set up. Like when you're going into a relationship, you need to know what your no goals are, so to speak. We've talked about that before. Knowing what you want from the person and understanding what they want from you, and understanding whether or not you guys can be that for each other prior to getting into the relationship. Because if you're with somebody who has certain expectations that you already know from the rip, like, I'm not doing that, like, I'm not gonna do that, you know what I mean? I feel like that's something that you should know off the rip before y'all get into wasting, or not wasting, but investing years, and then now you're finding out, okay, no, she was serious. She really not gonna be this person I expected her to be, or he was serious. He's really not going to meet this need that I have. But now you're like in too deep.
We got a question.
What are some of the things that attracted you to each other?
Um, I will say what attracted me to her was her intelligence, how intelligent she is, how smart she is. She's a really, really smart person. It's not just book smart, like she just smart all around, 360. But I will say the booty got me at first. Having the booty attracted me. Her eyes, she had beautiful eyes as well. But just I was just kidding about that part. But for real, she's really like a really, really smart person. And anybody that knows Anita, she would debate with an animal. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta bring it. You gotta bring it. And it just all of that did it for me. And then especially when we got like kids. Like when we got kids and how she was able to handle our kids, like she's not taking the girl to the salon. She can sit there and do their hair profession herself. You know what I'm saying? She cooks, she cleans. I mean, I can go on and on about what attracts me to her. And that's just partial.
For me, what attracted me to D was originally it was his accent that like really kind of like made me tune in to like, oh, okay, this guy, he is cute, because like I met, like most of y'all know, I met DRC at work, so I really don't pay attention to a lot of people. It's kind of like I just do my job and keep it going. But when DRC first tried to talk to me, his accent definitely caught my attention. It made me you know tune in, like, okay, he is handsome, he's very nice, he has a little country twang about him, little swag. So I thought that was really attractive. And then once we started dating and getting to know each other, what kept me attracted to D was his drive. Like, he's so motivated. At the time when I met him, he was like really into rapping and stuff like that. And he just used to go so hard, and it was just so sexy to me. Like, he used to really, really go hard. And then, now 11 years later, it's still that drive that I feel like is so attractive and that keeps our relationship strong. Like, even when we fight, even when we don't get along, even, his job and like where he's come from to where he's at now, I think that 99.9% of that is because he has such a strong drive, and he's so motivated, and he can motivate himself. And I think that's just like really, really sexy. And I think that that's like what makes a person successful, is just not just in like work wise, but also like in your relationship as a parent, like having that go getter attitude. DRC could sell salt to a snail. Like, it is just so sexy. So yeah, that's what attracted me to him. And then in addition to that, his heart. He has a really big heart. He can be like really, I want to say like stern. Like, when he wants something, he wants that particular thing. But he has such a big heart, and he'll give the shirt off his back. So I think that's really sexy too.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Even though I
welcome.
knew that already, but you didn't have to tell these people that.
How do you find a way to keep the spark going? True. I'm gonna let you tell it.
Um, what we do is we do little things here and there. Like we got our personal hookah. We'll do hookah. We'll sit there and talk. And me and her biggest thing is to keep our relationship not as bored, because me and her schedule is ridiculous. Like we always working, and then when she get home, it's head first with the kids. When I get home, it's head first with the kids, and we got a lot going on. But
Mhm.
we find shows to watch together, like Netflix, whatever your streaming source is. We find shows to watch together. We talk, we still play, and we talk a lot of junk to each other as well. Like that's our biggest thing. We talk noise, like crazy noise, like crazy, crazy noise to each other. So that's something that keep our spark going. And we used to do a lot of vacations.
Mm-hmm.
Um, shoot, about 2 or 3 vacations a year. We used to do a lot of that, but we have kind of, I mean, things have changed, but
Yeah,
we kind of got
COVID
away
and
from that a little bit.
having a baby, a lot of that.
Right.
Um, I would say, like, in all honesty, I don't think that the spark is always there. Do you?
Mm-mm.
I think sometimes we, like, in our relationship, we have lost the spark for sure. So if there's anything I can say is don't let losing the spark make y'all lose each other, because it's not 100% always there. Like, it's sometimes that I do not be into DRC. Like, that's just so honest. Like, it's so raw. Like, it's sometimes I don't be into DRC, and sometimes I can just tell and feel that he's not into me. Um, and that's not even just sexually. It's just sometimes I just kind of be like, just not feeling him. Like, we just bumping heads left and right. You agree?
Yeah, that's in a relationship.
Um, and so I wouldn't say we keep the spark going, but we re-spark regularly. And it's like, and I think a big part of that is just talking to each other and kind of like knowing each other. We've been together for a long time. So I think that, like, if when I start to feel like that, I just be like, DRC, I'm really feeling disconnected. I say that all the time, though.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but I've said that a few times. Like, I'm really feeling disconnected from you. I feel like we're just here, like we're just together because we feel like we should be together, or because we have kids, or whatever the case. And DRC really respects that addresses it. And same thing vice versa. I ask him regularly, like, hey, are you happy? Are you happy with me? Are you happy with life? Are you happy with where we're going? That, and I ask often, what's next? Like, what are we gonna do next? What are we gonna do? Like, we said we wanted this, we got this. We said we wanted that, we got that. What are we gonna do next? Because I don't want to be static. Like, I don't want to just stay in one spot. I want to, continue to move up, continue to grow with you. So what is it that we need to do to get back on track? So we address it, as soon as I feel it, I address it. You know what I mean? So that whatever we've lost, we can get it back. And once we identify it, then we start doing the things that we know we both love. So
I agree with that. Let's see, Claudia said continued progress. That's
I
true.
think we missed a couple
Yeah, I
things.
see it. She said, do your eyes ever wander? Um, just because you get married and then get into like get married and get into some serious, you're not blind. You're gonna find other
100%.
people attractive all the time. I mean, it's gonna always be somebody attractive, you know. But it's how she gave me the side look, but that's real. It's gonna always be somebody attractive. It's how you take it. Now, if you undressing them with your eyes and stuff like that, now it's lust, and that's too much. You know what I'm saying? But oh,
So what do you do with that? Like, what do you do with that when you find somebody attractive? Like, obviously, you say addressing them with your eyes is taking it too far. So how do you address that
oh, she
when you're
she's a
attracted to somebody or whatever?
maybe I need to reword that. Like attractive is like you had not. I mean, I thought attractive be like you just like how they look, or is it deeper than that?
Well, not well. You can find somebody attractive based off of just their looks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you just because you get married, you don't go blind. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna find somebody else that you're gonna find people that you see that you come up on and be like, oh, he's a good looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm gonna find somebody to be like, oh man, she's real pretty. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That doesn't go away no matter what kind of relationship
But
you
it
get in.
just stops there, is what you're
It
saying.
stops there. Like, but
Yeah.
if it goes any further than that, then you need to do some reevaluation
Yeah.
because then at this point, what's going on? Like, are you 100% committed to what you got going on at your house? You know what I'm saying? If you
Mm-hmm.
going any further, then you find that person handsome, or I find her fine. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So that's how I feel about it. I don't think you go blind.
So you just saying, like, you don't find people necessarily attractive outside of the physical aspect. So, like, what if you find somebody attractive that's pretty, but also got a good head on shoulder, or I'm not gonna say has everything to offer that I have to offer, but seemingly does, because you won't really know necessarily, what they have to offer 100%. But somebody who is um just their life, somebody walk through the door and start talking, and you just gotta be like, what? Um, but you made me lose my train of thought.
You were saying that about just find them
Oh,
attractive, they got a good head on their shoulders, and
right. So where do you go from there? Like if you're attracted to somebody, like not just I think they're pretty.
what do you get? How do you get to that stage though?
I mean, I feel like it's like if you
What kind of conversations are you having with this person to um get to that stage? Like if you so you just saying, and for instance, if you just at work at your job and there's a guy to work at your job and you having a conversation with him and now you saying, oh man, he got a good head on his shoulder, he looks good. I found him very attractive. I think that's too much. Me personally, I think
mhm
that's too much. Now you're lusting. That's what I
mhm.
think it is. What conversation are you having to get to that point?
Well, I mean, it's difficult to like I can't think of anything off the top of my head that
Like I
I've
said, it could be a
experienced.
coworker.
I can't think of anything that I've experienced, but what I will say is that um my biggest thing is I feel like honest and open communication, basically. So, like, if you find yourself in a position where you are attracted to somebody else, I feel like you need to have that conversation with me, because just because, like you said, I feel like there has to be some kind of conversations being had past, a platonic conversation that
Right.
to make you even feel like wow, they seemingly have something to offer, or to make you feel like that what they have to offer is worth sacrificing your family, you know what I'm saying, or what you have at home. So I think that in order to be in a position where you are attracted to somebody else, you have to, not like I said, outside of the physical, I feel like you have to be feeling like you're missing out on something to even take it to the next level.
Right, right. I just feel like I always say don't put yourself in the situation. If you feel like it's
100%.
if you feel like that you gotta look ahead, not just in the moment, but you gotta look ahead of something.
Hmm.
Think things through. And that's why I had such a problem in the past. I used to have a problem in the past with her hanging out with single friends and stuff like that, which I done got over that because it's so many conversations that I done had with people, so many conversations I done had with you guys on the vlog that made me look at it in a different eye. And
Y'all look like a new vlog.
also talking to her friends, talking to them, getting to know them. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But I feel like still with your friends, and if they're not in a serious relationship, me personally, I think that you still don't need to put yourself in a bad situation.
Hmm.
And let me reiterate on a little bit. Just say if your friend is like, man, I really need to I really need to go out. I need to find me a man. I feel like you need to let her go out by herself and find her a man. You don't need to be going out with her to find a man.
Hmm.
You don't need to go out with her for her to find a man. Let her go out by herself and find her a man. If that's what she's going out for. But if she say, hey girl, let's go out and kick it. I mean, things still may happen. She
Hmm.
may see somebody that she'd be attracted with. But if she said, hey girl, let's go out and let's party this weekend, and you go out and party with her, just innocent partying, and then she run across somebody that's different, because I mean it can happen. But I'm
Right.
saying if she said, "Man, I'm going out. I need to find me a man while I'm out," I feel like you just need to let her do her thing and go out and find her a man. Because what it does
Yeah,
is
women don't really do that.
it may put you in a position where
Yeah, where you like trying to be a wing woman,
yeah,
and
exactly.
or they come with a friend, so you friends. I get what you're saying.
But I mean I could be overthinking it, but that's how I look at it. We got some more stuff here. I can tell someone that Claudia said I can tell someone that I'm a child of God, wrote a book, have a cleaning business, and then they feel like, oh, we should have dinner. Don't have to be in an inappropriate conversation to lead to that conclusion.
Well, I agree. I agree with that, but I don't feel like that's enough to make a married man feel like we should have dinner unless that's what they own already. Like I don't feel like that would make a married man step out on his wife unless that's what he wanted to do
Right,
already.
it's
You
already
get what
there in
I'm
his
saying?
mind.
Like I feel like in order for somebody who is in a committed relationship that they want to remain a committed monogamous relationship, I don't feel like those particular qualities should make somebody want to step out if they don't already want to
I
step
agree.
out.
I agree 100%.
So I am a big believer in that. If like nobody can make you cheat on your partner.
Right.
That has to be something that you want, in my opinion. Um, like DRC said, you're not blind. You're gonna see people that's attractive, but I ain't met a man yet fine enough to make me be like, it's worth sacrificing everything that we built.
Right, and it's like you throwing away so much more.
Yeah.
For that one little fling that you're that catching your eye at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to say. Um,
Yeah.
we'll go to the next question, guys.
List the best qualities you have to bring to a relationship.
Um,
Oh, hold on. Glad I had a question. Sorry. We'll get back to it. I was saying that in regards to him saying what would make you conclude that they have a good head on their shoulders. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. That will make them more than just physically attractive. So yeah, she was just saying that those are things that would make a person conclude that you have a good head on your shoulders. That doesn't necessarily have to be a inappropriate conversation for
yeah, it
them to
doesn't.
say
That's true.
you're attractive and you have a good head on your shoulders. And I agree, but I think that,
I
like
agree.
I said before, it has to stop there. Like you can still think that somebody's beautiful or handsome, and you can also think that they have a good head on their shoulders without being attracted to them to the point where you would risk your relationship still. Because I can think that about other women. There's a lot of women that I can think that they're beautiful and they have good heads on their shoulders. And in addition to that, there's a lot of women that I think that are beautiful, have a good head on their shoulders, and will one day make a great wife and will one day make a great mom. But that doesn't mean I want to sleep with them. You know what I'm saying? I think that there has to be much deeper intellectual conversations to get to the point where you are attracted to them sexually.
Right. I definitely agree. For everybody who's in with us in the building right now, could you do me one favor in the comment? I need you to put exclamation point notify. Type exclamation point notify and send it in the comments. If you're in chat right now, type exclamation point notify and send it in the comments. Cause I'm hearing a lot of people saying that they are on our vlog page, but they're not getting the notifications when we go live. And so if you're tuned in, type
Thank you,
exclamation point
Claudette.
notify. Thanks, Claudette. Exclamation point notify, and it should let you know when we go live. It should give you tell you that every time we go not live that you'll be able to know when we go live on the vlog page. Because when me and Anita first started, we was on our regular pages, and all our viewers is pretty much over there. So when they came over to the vlog page, they didn't really hit the bell to notify when we were on. So that's why it's so important to share, like, comment, and share this vlog that we're doing now, so your friends can see it and they can tune in. We really,
Mm-hmm.
really appreciate you guys.
Thank you. And yeah, that's another thing. I just want to make sure you guys know that we are so grateful for you, so grateful for everybody that tunes in, shares our page, likes our page. It does not go unnoticed. That's why we do the giveaways. That's why we do. We're going to be doing raffles as well. We're going to be doing other kinds of incentives for you guys to let y'all know we appreciate y'all. Even though we've done this before, we still new at this. We just getting started. It's totally different direction than what we were heading in previously. So the biggest thing we need from you guys is just your support. That's all we need from y'all, and it's free to do. It's free to support us. That's all we need. Just y'all to keep coming in, keep asking questions, sending us questions, engaging into the conversation, and of course sharing our page and sharing our videos.
Absolutely. Sorry to cut you off with the quick question.
No, you all good. And I've said this before in the past. Me and DRC are not professionals. We just two people that's doing it. We just two people that's in a relationship and we making it work. And it's not easy. It's very hard. Sometimes it's very, very hard. And it has been trying. We have separated. We have gotten back together. We have loved. We have fought. But we're doing it. And so that's why we think that we can help somebody else do it. So
Right, absolutely. So load us up. And if you got a question, ask it. Ask it. Like I said, we are doing a giveaway. We are doing a giveaway tonight. One lucky person will get a cash app or whatever of your choice donation. Cash, whatever we can send cash to donation. So um in order to qualify, it's simple. Like, share, and comment. Like, share, and comment, then you enter. So that will be given away at the end of the vlog. We will definitely let you know. You guys know who we decide to give it to.
yeah, and we'll be back next week. I know this one is definitely a little bit bones, it looks like, but that's only because we did not do what we were supposed to do. We came on at 9 and then we disconnected and came back on. And a lot of people don't know that we're back on. So that's another reason why you guys got to make sure you share it, because a lot of people don't know that we ended up coming back on. So
Right, absolutely. And I probably make it a way that I can just stream it from my regular page, and then just post the videos to the vlog. Just post the videos on my vlog page because I got more of my viewers still over there. Like when I go live on that page, I'm getting a lot more viewers coming in. But this may kick off if people just don't know that we're on. Thanks, is it Martrice?
mm-hmm.
Martrice for
Hey
coming in.
Martrice, welcome.
Welcome to the vlog. What's some coping methods to get over a 14-year relationship streak being broken up for 3 years and had a kid together? Okay, so you want to know some coping methods to get over a long relationship and you got kids together, you got a kid together. Ooh. Um so you got to ask yourself, why did you guys split in the first place? What was the biggest reason that you split in the first place? And if that, help me out here, baby. You get what you see where I'm going with it.
Yeah,
What's the
because
biggest
I
reason?
think that being conscious of what it is, because some things are going to be easier to get over than others. So you're in a 14-year relationship. Y'all been split up for 3 years. So did we split because we grew apart? Did we split because somebody cheated? Did we split because there was no trust? Look at why you split, because that's going to be the anchor in helping you to realize that that's not where you want to be, right? So obviously if somebody infidelity, lack of attention, obviously if like that infidelity, that's kind of, as a woman I can speak, that's kind of like a stab in the heart, you know what I mean? And that's one of those things where it's like, dang, I really, like, I still love this person. I still love all the qualities that they have. It's not like we grew apart and I don't love what they do anymore, or I don't love who they are as a person anymore. I still love them, but they did this thing to me that I won't accept or I won't forgive. Um, and yeah, 3 years, it's been 3 years and you still love them. And honestly, Martrice, you probably will always love that person. Especially y'all have a kid together. You probably always gonna love them and have some kind of love for them. It's gonna get easier over time. Whereas, when y'all first split up, you might have been crying daily, or and now you might only cry once a month, you know what I mean? But it does take time, and it takes a different amount of time for everybody. But I've heard the saying, I don't know if you guys have heard it, that it takes twice as long to get over somebody as it did to get, to fall in love with them. So if y'all was together for 14 years, it might take 28 years, which I don't know. That's unrealistic. You know what I mean? I don't think
It
you
gonna
get
take
kids to
20.
get
It ain't
over
gonna
it,
take 28
but
years.
it may even take
Hey
half that
Shauna, how you
time.
doing?
Hey,
Thank you
Auntie
for joining.
Shauna.
Appreciate you for coming
Um,
in and announcing yourself, because our streaming hub doesn't show us who's actually checking in until once you come in, we can see when you actually check in on the live. So because I don't have it tuned in on my phone like I used to, I'm just going straight from the streaming hub. But we appreciate you, Shauna. If you can like Shauna and Martrice, you guys just coming in. So if you can like and share the vlog, that'll be highly appreciated. And we do have a cash giveaway to the lucky winner tonight, so it'll be worth it. But you had a good point, but I definitely don't think it'll take 28 years.
No, I don't think it'll take 28 years either. But I'm just saying that's what people say. That's what people say. They say it takes twice as long to get over a relationship as it did to get into, like, as whatever time you invested. Which maybe it might say half as long. Maybe I got the saying wrong. I don't really know. But I know it takes time, and it takes different amount of time for different people. And the amount of time you invested, 14 years, you together for 14 years. Martrice, you like my age. I think you're younger than me. So you're only 30 years old. So you've been with him for half your life almost. You know what I mean? So when you Claudette said she don't agree at all. I don't know what's his name.
Reiterate Claudette when you get a chance.
Claudette said next. But I think that it definitely does take time to get over. Even if you move on in terms of being with somebody else, that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely over the person that you were with before. You know what I mean? So I don't think that you should put a rush on it. I don't think you should stop your life for it either. But I don't think you should put a rush on it. It's gonna take time. But some things that I would say to help you to help cope with it is to focus your attention on other things, whether it be yourself, whether it be your kid, whether it be a new relationship. I would say just refocus your attention on things that you really like and really love, especially things that maybe he didn't like or love, that you really kind of like never got to do because he didn't like it. Really zone into that and focus on that and taking care of yourself. Because if you're distracted by it, you're gonna, not focus on it as much and focus on how it's hurting you. What do you think, Ray?
I definitely agree with that. You hit some valuable points. Like try to put your focus elsewhere. Mm-hmm. Slowly. Try to do more things that make you happy. More things to make you happy, and eventually, it'll go away. Yeah. Eventually,
and it may never go away.
Then you may be able to deal with it though.
Yeah, for sure.
You may be able to deal with it. The best way to get over someone is to get under someone else.
I know.
All right, now.
They say that, but my only thing is, and I've heard that before. My only fear in that, like giving that as advice, is I feel like you end up hurting the next person, like the rebound guy or whatever the case. I feel like you end up hurting him because you don't really care about him. You don't really love him. You just use them to get over the last person. And that's not cool either. But heal your heart. Yeah. I mean, you can heal your heart without hurting the next. I mean, I guess if you decide to do that, I just feel like you should just go into it being straight up, like, hey, I'm really just trying to get over my ex. Being honest, because you don't want to end up hurting somebody.
Yeah, that's right. Just let them know off the real. I feel like that's with any relationship you get in. Whether you're trying to get over somebody, whether you're trying to start something new and build something, you should let people know up front what your plans are, what you want in a relationship. What are you trying to do?
The general consensus, Martrice, is that you need to get with somebody else. That's what it looks like. It looks like the audience is.
That's what they're saying. Just use somebody else as a piece of meat. Use them as a piece of meat and to get over it. But anyways, I mean, all y'all have. So
let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all who are saying that. A, have you tried that, and B, did it work? So everybody who's saying get under somebody else, has that worked for y'all in the past?
Yeah.
If you've ever tried to let us know, because we don't want to be giving no advice that hasn't worked for us.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
just let me know.
Come on, help Martrice out.
But
Martrice
me
want to
and
know.
DRC, let me just say this though: you and I both had gotten out of serious relationships not long before we met and got together. So, do you think that that's what we did?
Um, I think that me and you wanted something real. I think that we ain't wanted to
Going
be
in though,
going in.
I don't think so.
Maybe it was just.
I don't feel
Maybe
like
we
when
was
I
just
first
trying.
met you, I don't think that I would have foreseen that we would be where we are now.
No,
Like,
you definitely weren't foreseeing that, but you knew in your brain, you knew in your head that you definitely don't want to be a piece of meat to nobody. You want to
mm-hmm.
be something serious. You want to be in something serious before you take it to that next step.
Right.
Before you take it further and be in something, that's going to be where we at now. But you also was just getting out of something, so I was kind of like a rebound. So I kind of agree with Shauna now. Coming to think about it,
So,
because when we first got you kind of mentioned that though. You kind of like you was trying to get over your ex.
Did I?
You don't remember that?
I feel like I was over him when I met you. Like I feel like I was already over him.
You definitely probably was not. I know you definitely wasn't, because I know I remember.
You don't think so?
I remember the conversation. I remember it like it was yesterday. So I kind of like thinking of it like that. Some people are just so cruel and just use people like that. But anyways, I mean,
I definitely don't think that I used you to get over my ex, but I do think that having you helped me to not go back to my ex. Because
Shauna
I
said
feel
men
like,
do it all the time.
yeah, and we hurt behind it though. That's the thing. And we don't that's not the goal.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree on
No,
this.
I agree with what they're saying. I definitely think it
mean,
helps. I definitely think it helps because like I said, I think if I had not met you, there's a good chance I would have ended up going back to my ex, and that was a very toxic relationship. Right. So I wouldn't recommend. Right. But do you think that if you hadn't met me, that you would have went back to your ex?
No, absolutely not. It was so far done.
It was
because before we met, I had gave it another shot.
Mm-hmm.
I had gave it another shot, but then I wasn't there. I went back 2 days before I was like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. it was like completely. It was out of there. So definitely not. I just feel so abused a little bit from you.
No, I mean, but I don't agree. So if that makes you feel any better, that's not what that wasn't the intention, definitely. But I do think that having somebody else helped me not so much think about him. Not that I was thinking about him anyway, but I definitely think it helps. The next question was, list the best qualities that you have to bring to a relationship. Top 3.
The top 3?
Yeah.
Drive.
Hmm.
The love. How hard I love.
Mm-hmm.
And no.
Don't forget you got that bank. Just kidding.
Drive, love, and different.
You different.
Yeah, I think I'm different. Not from I'm different from most guys.
Okay. Fair enough.
I bring my own.
Mom says
swag.
Stability. Mom, are you saying you offer stability, or are you saying that's what D offers?
Definitely stability is definitely one. It's always been, one of them. Sometimes I don't make the best choices financially. I spend some money. I do other things I don't need to be doing that Anita don't agree with. But one thing that she can definitely say is I spend all that I do all this, but a bill has never been late. Like I always pay my bills. Like
Yeah.
I pay my bills and then I splurge a lot. I spend some money. I do not hold back. I spend.
Yeah.
And she's more the conservative. On the conservative side, she'll spend and get certain things in there, but not like me. Like if I want to go out if I want to go out tomorrow right now and spend $3,000 or $4,000 on something that I love, I won't. Of course, I have to convince her first, and I am a salesman now, guys. Um, and I go get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Oh
hold back on
Lord.
spending money. I spend it, and she's more conservative. But I will say, I will say stability will replace different stability. I think I'm a pretty stable guy.
Um, I would say for me, I think I offer it's so much. No, I'm kidding. Um, I think I offer understanding. I think I'm very understanding. I think I offer um definitely love and fun. I offer fun. I think yeah. Oh, mom says nurturing. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely goes in with love. It's so I don't know. It's a lot. I think that I have to offer, but it's just gonna be depending on the person who I'm with of what they find most valuable. You know what I mean? Like in my mind, I think I have a lot to offer, but it's just going to be a matter of whether or not the person who I'm with values it. Which brings me to another point, you guys, that I think that we've touched on quite a few times is when people are single and they feel like they have so much to offer, but why they're still single. I think that's so.
Yeah, I be
Um,
wondering stuff like that though.
yeah, I wonder that all the time. No, I don't wonder because I kind of feel like I understand um, that we have so much to offer, and a lot of times that we get with people who that's just not what they're looking for. And I was having a conversation with one of my really good friends, one of my sisters, I would say, because we were discussing why a lot of women are single and why they're not with good men or can't find a good man. And I think a lot of it is, and her boyfriend was just like, because some of the things that's important to women, it isn't important to men. You know what I mean? So like I would be like, I'm financially stable. I'm together, I got my money together, I bring, I'm just financially stable, just say that. Um, and he was like, "Yeah, but men don't care about that in a woman." You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, that seems like in my mind, I would like to say that's something I have to offer, but like no man is like, I'm looking for me a woman that got her money together. Now I ain't gonna say no man, but not a lot.
Um,
What do you think?
yeah, it's most. I say 95% of men wouldn't care about that part of it. They want to know the other stuff that they want to know other things. Not, I don't think financial is a big part of what a man look for a woman to have to offer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what he was saying, and
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
it is.
disagree. I don't disagree. I think that as women a lot of times we don't know what men want and we think we do. You know what I mean? Like, but in that same tone, I feel like no two people are the same. Like no two people find important the same thing important. Mom said that's why he said boyfriend. I think that's funny. No two people think the same or look for the same thing in a woman. And that's not to say that one woman won't be a great woman for more than one man, but it's just like men look for different things in women than what we think that they value. So, I think I think like mom said, I'm nurturing. I agree 100%, but I don't think that a lot of men would value that as a quality in a woman. Okay. Um, what you think?
I agree. I 100% agree with what you're saying. Claudette had some good points too. So man, it's the micromanagement mentality that keeps the people with a lot to offer single. The people we met think it's too good to be true. Uh, that's definitely can be the case. And then your mom said that's why he's still a boyfriend. I agree. That leads to prolonged dating stage, and then that person is like, I have too much to offer to sit around and wait for you to make up your mind. Yep, that happens a lot. Some people like they'll try to, they'll stick around and hoping that this person will get it and just get it and get it, and then they realize, man, this ain't going nowhere. So
Is that what she's saying? It seems like she's saying she wants to that they don't believe that it's like they think it's too good to be true, so they date for a long time. Claudia, elaborate. And let us know what if we're understanding it correctly. Like they date you for a long time to ensure that it's real. Maybe that's what I'm getting out of it.
it was
Okay.
all one thought. Okay.
Um. Yeah. So okay. She said read them together. Okay. Man is micromanagement mentality that keeps the people with a lot to offer single. The people we meet think it's too good to be true. That leads to a prolonged dating stage. And then that person is like, I have too much to offer to sit around and wait for you to make up your mind. Okay. I did. Yeah. So basically, I had the right idea.
Oh, so I see. I see.
Um,
I ain't know it was together,
yeah.
because there was a comment in the middle of it. But I agree. I agree 100% with Claudette on that.
I don't know. I feel like in that sense, you gotta kind of like really, really look microwave mentality. In that sense, I think you gotta really look at the person that you're dating because um I don't believe that I believe that one, you should see people in different seasons of their life. Like I've heard that before and I agree with it. But at the same time, I don't think it takes all that. Like if somebody's faking it to make it, I don't think they're gonna be able to fake it very long. So when you say the prolonged dating period, like I'm thinking 6 months to a year, if somebody haven't switched up on you, they're probably not. And if they are going to switch up on you, they've given you signs in that 6 months to a year that lets you know that this is who they really are. You know what I mean? Like, that's not to say that people can't fake it for an extended period of time. I do think they can fake it for an extended period of time, but I do also think that you'll have signs way ahead of time that they're not legit. So I don't know. I think that I agree in a sense that a lot of men, a lot of people in general, they're like, this is too good to be true. But once I've invested X amount of time in with you, if you still don't think it's too good to be true, it won't be true no longer for you because, like you said, Claudette, like you, I have too much to offer to sit and wait for you to make up your mind, 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So but I also feel like a lot of times people want what they can't offer. You know what I mean? Like they want, like as a man, you want a woman who's smart. You want a woman who don't have no kids, and you want a woman who's financially stable, and you want a woman who's strong. But then you don't have no sense and you don't have your finances together and you're weak. You know what I mean? What kind of smart, strong, independent woman do you think is going to want you?
Right.
Right? Or vice versa. And then in addition to that, it's like you say you want certain things, but then you can't handle those things. So again, going back to the smart and the strong woman that you say you want, but when she challenges your what you think is right, are you prepared for that? Are you prepared for a
Right.
strong woman who's going to challenge your thoughts? You know what I mean? Are you going to
Right.
be okay with a woman who debates everything, right? Because the
Right.
same
Right.
thing you
Right.
said was attractive about me, you also sometimes complain about. You
Right.
know what I mean?
What's up, Smitty? What's going on? I
Um,
appreciate you for tuning in. I appreciate you for tuning in, coming to the vlog. This our first day back. We used to do it. We used to do it all the time, and we just got a lot. You know this situation. You know a little bit about my personal life now, so you know what we got. We got a lot going on right now, so we back in full effect, and I really really appreciate you for tuning in, everybody. Um, the reason why I'm elaborating on Smitty is because he has his own streaming. He has his own streaming page that he's doing. He's very successful with. So just click on his name and then go and follow him on his vlog. I mean on his streaming page. Y'all go support him. We also have Hope that just joined the building. She's a new follower as
hey
well.
guys.
I just saw her follow the page. I appreciate it, Hope. We really, really appreciate y'all. So all the newcomers who just coming in, please go like and share the page. Like and share the page. And if you haven't followed our vlog page, go ahead and follow the vlog page for me, please. And there will be a random cash app or whatever your choice of cash prize coming out tonight at the end of this vlog. So we've been had some juicy stuff, some juicy questions, and people tuning in as well and putting their input and asking questions. So we really appreciate you for being involved in the vlog. Like I said, please go like, share, and comment. We really appreciate you. So that was an awesome point that you had.
Mm-hmm. Follow up on it.
No, I don't want to follow up on that one. Like I said, it's well, I do want to kind of reiterate with that. I ain't put it as simple as possible. Like